JBNN keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, Sunshine Girls say accommodations in Cape Town unsafe following alleged robbery incident. At least two members of the Sunshine Girls have raised security concerns about their accommodation in Cape Town, South Africa, where they are representing Jamaica in the Netball World Cup. Captain of the Sunshine Girls, Janelle Fowler, in a social media post on Wednesday alleged that money was stolen from her purse and that there have been attempts to invade the girls' privacy. "This is so unfortunate. This place isn't safe," Fowler said in an Instagram post. "First they stole money from my purse. Now people trying to come in on us in our rooms. Really?" she added. Another netballer, fellow teammate Shamara Sterling, in responding to Fowler's post, echoed similar sentiments, noting that she was ready to go home. "Seems like we're staying on the streets," Sterling said. "We're unsafe. I'm ready to go home," she added. The Netball World Cup is being held in Africa for the first time. Matches are being played at the Cape Town International Convention Center. Retiree killed in Red Hills, St. Andrew. Investigators are probing the circumstances which led to the murder of a 73-year-old retiree in Red Hills, St. Andrew. Codney Foster, a farmer of Cedar Valley District, Cypress Hall in Red Hills, St. Andrew, was found murdered at his home Wednesday afternoon. His body was found wrapped in a sheet with what appeared to be a bullet wound to the torso. Businesswoman shot dead in Hayes, Clarendon. A businesswoman was shot dead in Hayes, Clarendon on Wednesday afternoon. Investigators report that 39-year-old Elisa Latchman-Peart, a chef of Cornpeace District, Hayes, was inside a restaurant when a man entered and ordered food. The man was being served when he pulled a gun and opened fire, hitting Mrs. Latchman-Peart several times before fleeing the scene. She died at the scene. The attack occurred about 12:57 p.m. at the Elisa Homestyle restaurant along the Hayes Main Road. No motive has been established for the attack. The Hayes police are investigating. Police probing double murder in Westmoreland. The Westmoreland police are probing the murder of two men whose bodies were found at Amity District in Bethel Town, Westmoreland, on Wednesday morning. The deceased men have not yet been identified. However, Deputy Superintendent of Police in charge of operations in the Westmoreland Police Division, Adrian Hamilton, said that the men are from St. James addresses. Reports said that residents heard loud explosions and summoned the police. Upon their arrival, the men were found with multiple gunshot wounds. DSP Hamilton said that another man was dropped off at the Cornwall Regional Hospital on Tuesday night with gunshot wounds and later succumbed. He said the police suspect that the incident might be linked to the Amity double murder, but they are doing further investigations. Jamaican charged in the U.S. for alleged machete attack. A Jamaican man who allegedly attacked another man with a machete was on Monday taken into custody by police in New Jersey, United States. Romario Douglas, 27, is said to have fled the scene of a June 22 incident in which he slashed the wrist of a man with a machete during a dispute. Police tracked down Douglas and arrested him on Monday before charging him with aggravated assault and weapons possession. He is to make his first appearance in the Central Judicial Processing Court in Paterson, New Jersey next week. Woman among three in custody following gun and ammo seizure in Kingston. 3 people, including a woman, are in police custody following the seizure of a gun and the several rounds of ammunition by the Joint Anti-Gang Task Force during an early morning operation on Clean Avenue in Kingston on Thursday. The items seized include 1 pistol, along with 56 9mm cartridges and 4 5.56mm cartridges. The identities of the 3 people who were arrested are being withheld, pending further investigation, the police said. The police went on to encourage the public to continue partnering with the security forces by sharing information. Those with information can call Crime Stop at 311, National Intelligence Bureau NIB tip line at 811, or the Jamaica Defense Force JDF tip line at 876-837-8888 to report guns, gangs, and gunmen. Police Federation boss interdicted after criticizing High Command faces dismissal. Chairman of the Jamaica Police Federation, Corporal Ron James, has been interdicted by the Jamaica Constabulary Force over remarks he made earlier this month at a funeral service for a slain cop. It is understood that James was notified on Wednesday that following a probe into the remarks, Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson has directed that disciplinary action be taken against him at a court of inquiry, and therefore he was being interdicted from duty with immediate effect at 3/4 of his salary. Speaking at the Thanksgiving service for the life of St. Constable Damien Blair at the Old Darby New Testament Church of God in St. Catherine on July 15, James reportedly chided the police high command for allegedly failing to have overtime payments made to rank-and-file police personnel, despite the government approving such a system to calculate and make the payments.
I also want to say to our High Command and Councils of Deputies that the Federation is not going to be muzzled, intimidated, nor bamboozled. We negotiate with government, not with High Command. The Council of Deputies have no moral authority to tell us what to do when a court orders that we are to be paid overtime work and for service, that they should put in place a mechanism to capture hours so that the membership can be paid. I am not going to negotiate with High Command. Let the records be made clear that the battle lines have been drawn. Speak to the court. I also want to say to the High Command that the Council of Deputies must focus on their areas assigned to them and to leave the issue of capping hours work, because this federation that I lead is not going to be submissive to the place where rank and file membership leaves the citizens of Jamaica compromised in their safety. It will never happen under my watch. Mark my word. And I also want to say to High Command and to our Commissioner, God helps you if the membership is not paid their overtime come this month. I am tired of the abuse being meted out and believing that persons can call me to intimidate me. I have not seen the man nor woman that is going to lead me into fear so that I will retreat from doing what the membership have asked of me to do. When I was elected, it is because I have the capacity, the will, and the power to do it. We are entrenched in law as a police federation body, and nobody is going to compromise it. Politics nor nothing will come in the path of the execution of the federation's role. Bear that in mind. I'm sure Dr. Notice has never seen me in the building before, but oftentimes I will take a few moments to come in to have my spiritual empowerment.
James is being accused of conduct contrary to the discipline, good order, and the guidance of the force, and is facing 4 charges related to the remarks, including being disrespectful to seniors in rank and communicating to the public certain sensitive issues within the JCF without permission from the commissioner. He faces being kicked out of the force for his actions. Police Federation General Secretary Arlene McBean confirmed that James had been interdicted in a message sent to rank-and-file cops on Thursday. Andre Thomas found guilty in 2016 double murder of U.S. missionaries in St. Mary. The jury has found Andre Thomas guilty in the double murder of 2 U.S. missionaries in 2016 in St. Mary. The case was being tried in the Supreme Court. Thomas was remanded until October 13, when a date for sentencing will be scheduled. Harold Nichols, 53, and Randy Enzel, 49, were missionaries of the Pennsylvania-based Teams for Medical Missions. They went missing on Saturday, April 30, 2016, after leaving their Tower Isle St. Mary homes on motorcycles to visit a site where they will be doing charity work the following week. When they did not return, a search party later that day discovered Enzel's body lying face down, his green helmet still over his head, with his arms bound tightly behind his back by a piece of cloth torn from the green shirt in which he was clad. Nichols' body was found some distance away on the Sunday afternoon. Thomas and his co-accused, Dwight Henry, were arrested in June 2016. Henry has taken a plea deal, pleaded guilty, and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole until 28 years. Montego Bay Mayor in stable condition following car crash. Mayor of Montego Bay, Leroy Williams, remains in hospital in stable condition following Saturday morning's motor vehicle accident in the vicinity of Ironshore, St. James. Nadia Crossgill, Chief Executive Officer of the St. James Municipal Corporation, said in a statement on Thursday that the mayor is on a steady path to recovery. Mayor Williams was reportedly rushed to the Cornwall Regional Hospital Saturday morning after the vehicle was driving crashed into a parked trailer during his commute from Reggae Sumfest. Crossgill disclosed that Williams was later transferred to the University Hospital of the West Indies, where he is undergoing treatment. She added that while Williams recuperates, Deputy Mayor Councillor Richard Vernon is handling matters of the corporation. DPP dismisses noise concerning tenure extension. Director of Public Prosecutions Paula Llewellyn has dismissed as noise the foray over the extension of the retirement age for her post from 60 to 70 years. The People's National Party, PNP, on Wednesday raised concern about the manner in which the government extended the DPP's tenure, charging that the leader of the opposition was not consulted as is required by the Constitution. The PNP also said it is not good management practice to have an incumbent public office holder kept beyond the stipulated date of his or her retirement. Speaking Wednesday at the general meeting of the Manchester Justice of the Peace Association, Llewellyn defended her stewardship, noting that she has done her job with professionalism, integrity, and fairness. Over the last few days, there have been what one would refer to as static in the atmosphere surrounding the DPP, and dare I say, the Auditor General. But such is public life at the highest level, she acknowledged. Llewellyn said she is unbothered by the public commentary, since those who give service at the highest level recognize that the slings and arrows will always be there waiting for you. But all at the end of the day, when you go through the fire, you must come through the fire like finely tempered steel and allow no one to deflect you from your commitment to give service of ourselves, she declared. Llewellyn's current tenure ends in September. She has not stated whether she will continue in the position. The People's National Party has provided more clarity on its opposition to the extension of the retirement age for the Director of Public Prosecutions and the Auditor General. The party has argued that while the Constitution requires consultation between the Prime Minister and the Leader of the Opposition on the tenure of the DPP, this is not the case for the Auditor General. Responding to questions at a PNP media briefing Wednesday, President Mark Golding suggested that the extension of the retirement for the Auditor General was thrown in at the last minute to kind of muddy the waters and make it look like it was nothing to do with the main issue at hand. He argued that the current Auditor General is not near the stipulated retirement age and, to his knowledge, has no interest in this particular extension. Opposition spokesperson on justice, Senator Donna Scott Motley, went further to explain the suspicions of the party about the government's move. The Auditor General, if she wanted to be extended beyond 6 years to 65, would make an application in writing to the Governor General. The Section 96(1), on the other hand, requires a consultation between Prime Minister and the Leader of Opposition, and that is why we have separated them, because we are quite clear about the fact that this had nothing to do with the Auditor General. According to Golding, the PNP is also concerned that there appears to be no succession planning at the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. It called it an indictment on the management of Llewellyn that no successor has been identified despite the fact she has already passed the original constitutional age for retirement. Would have liked to see the position advertised, that opportunities will be there from prosecutors within the office or indeed from the private sector to apply for that position, but that has not happened. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.